In this video, you will learn about the 4 biggest retirement fears and how to retire those fears. I've been hearing a lot lately about how transitioning into retirement is bittersweet. It's both exciting yet frightening. And most people tell me that they fear at least one of these things: outliving your retirement savings, your health declining, having an identity crisis and feeling rudderless in retirement, the passing of your spouse. If any of these fears resonate with you, stick around. We will help you overcome these 4 retirement fears. I'm Cyn Meyer, a life coach for older adults and the founder of Second Wind Movement, a resource that helps older adults live their best retired life full of purpose. Did you know that for some people, retirement is utterly terrifying? In fact, according to a 2021 study, almost half of the participants said that they fear retirement more than sickness or even death. And that's why it's my mission to help older adults like you create an ideal retirement lifestyle and help you conquer any fears or anxieties that could be holding you back. Let's dive into the biggest fear that people have when it comes to retirement: outliving your retirement savings. Almost half of Americans are faced with this fear. People are living longer, as in our average life expectancy could increase to 115 soon, which means you need to stretch your nest egg over more and more years. Sadly, about 1/5 of Americans have less than $5,000 saved up for retirement, and a devastating 15% have no retirement savings whatsoever. If you're not a part of this wealth bracket, the fear can still be real. And I hear a lot about it, even from wealthy people, about how letting go of money fears causes real anxiety. To take control of your finances, it's important to have a solid and detailed financial plan. As common sense as that sounds, a monthly budget where you're seeing the inflows and outflows can put a lot of that anxiety to rest, where you aren't really letting your money run wild. Plan ahead for things like Social Security and retirement portfolio projections, tax expenses, inflation, and potential healthcare cost estimates. Planning ahead will be your best friend when it comes to managing finances and those fears around money. Make sure you do plenty of research so that you can make informed decisions, whether that means figuring out a way to find supplemental income or strategizing and timing things so that you minimize your tax expenses, which, by the way, taxes are your biggest expense in retirement over healthcare costs, believe it or not, although those are rising because of the growing aging population. And speaking of your health, fear number 2 is fear of your health declining. Health, of course, is a major concern for people as they contemplate retirement. And it's only natural to think about the health risks associated with old age. But actually, what most older adults fear even more than their failing health is becoming a burden to friends or family and losing your independence. The good news is that it's not too late to make choices now that will reduce these fears and risks. The key is to distinguish between things that you cannot control when it comes to aging, like age, genetics, or existing medical conditions, but you can control your environment, your lifestyle, and your behavior. And those are the 3 things that you should focus on when facing the fear of your declining health. There are steps that you can take right now in order to reduce both your physical and mental decline with age, but it, of course, doesn't happen automatically. You have to have clarity on your goal and put in consistent work by taking it 1 micro step at a time. Number 3, fear of an identity crisis and being bored in retirement. A lot of people struggle to find meaning and purpose in retirement. After decades of working and accomplishing and achieving, a lot of my clients don't know what to do with themselves and how to structure their days so that they're accomplishing meaningful activities in addition to all the things that you still have to do. Normally, there are 5 stages in the retirement transition process. The first being pre-retirement stage, so you dream of retirement. Number 2 is honeymoon stage. Your freedom from work and a life of duty is liberating. It's still new and it's exciting. Stage 3 is disenchantment. You feel worn out and you try to fill your free time with aimlessly trying activities or recommendations from your friends and your family, but they aren't really fulfilling deep down, and the guilt of not feeling accomplished starts to creep in. The 4th stage being reorientation, where you drop the activities you thought you were gonna like, but you didn't actually enjoy, and you realize that you need to reevaluate your life and figure out what's best for you. So this is where most people are just realizing that finding clarity is a good, important thing. And number 5 is the stability stage, which is when you fully accept your retirement and your identity and you fall into a routine. Once you've reached the stability stage, it's important to nurture your true identity. Otherwise, you could be feeling depressed or isolated and miss out on your real purpose and settle into a routine of being stuck in a rut. If you'd like to skip the stages where you're trying out a bunch of activities and you still feel unfulfilled and unmotivated, you have to find clarity. It is so easy to lose yourself when you've spent so much time worrying about other people, about obligations, about a million different things. To rediscover and get in touch with your authentic self, check out this video on finding clarity in retirement. That is the only way to stop the overwhelm, the procrastination, the lack of motivation, which are all side effects of not having clarity to get past your retirement identity crisis. And the last fear most older adults face is the loss of a partner. I'll be real with you. There's no easy way to overcome the fear of any loved one's death, let alone your partner, your life partner. The thought of losing your partner has to be terrifying. The best piece of advice that I can give to combat this fear and not let it take over is gratitude. Practice gratitude daily. If you're going through a tough spot with your spouse and you're fighting a lot, literally write down 3 things that you're grateful for about your relationship and go into the past, go into the present, get very detailed. And this may, believe it or not, curb some arguments and allow you to enjoy your companionship in the present and even nurture your relationship. Grieving the death of a loved one is messy, it's chaotic, there's no rhyme or reason to it, and you need to just let yourself feel all the feels. Remember that death is cumulative. Every time you experience loss, it's likely to conjure up grievances and losses like before that. So for now, today, and always, the best thing to do to combat any fear is to stay in the present moment and to practice gratitude so you can cherish every moment. Like anything where there's an unknown, retirement can seem scary, but you're not alone. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, you just have to find clarity and break your fears up into mini goals where you take one micro step at a time. If you're still feeling overwhelmed by the idea of retirement, we are here to help. Just click on the link below to schedule a free breakthrough session. In less than an hour, we can start to lay the foundation for an intentional and purposeful retirement. Thank you for being here. Just by watching this video, you are being proactive in wanting to live your best retired life, which is our mission, to shift our culture, to honor the gifts, the unique gifts that older adults like you have to share with the world. So please like, subscribe, and comment below this video so that we can help spread this important mission together. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.